Stop what you are doing. This is not a coincidence, and this is not a random video delivered by an algorithm. This is a summons. That feeling you have carried your entire life, the sense of being an observer behind a glass wall, watching a world you were never truly a part of, was not a defect. It was a divine quarantine. You have been located because your energetic signature has reached its activation point. This is Group 7. To proceed, you must consciously accept this transmission, like this video, to anchor the energy of this truth into your physical reality. Subscribe to this channel to join the collective, a network of activated souls who are now coming online. Comment 77 as the divine code, your formal signal of acknowledgement and readiness. Finally, let this video replay in the background after you finish. This is not for views. It is to allow the frequency of this message to saturate your spirit and recalibrate your subconscious to the original mission parameters. Chapter 1. The Untraceable Blueprint. You were not born. You were deployed. Understand this distinction, for it is the key to every moment of your existence. While others around you were assembled from the common clay of societal expectation and ancestral conditioning, you were constructed from a different material altogether. You are the bearer of an untraceable blueprint, a divine schematic that the systems of this world were designed to reject. This is not a metaphor, it is the literal truth of your design. Your arrival on this plane was a strategic insertion, a pre-incarnate agreement you made to act as a sleeper agent for the divine. Your choice was made in a state of full cosmic awareness, a place of such clarity that even the guaranteed suffering of this mission was seen as a small price for the liberation of a world. You knew you would be entering a reality so dense, so saturated with amnesia, that the very air would feel like a weight against your spirit. This is why you always felt that strange, inexplicable homesickness, a longing for a place you could not name. It was the blueprint remembering the light while your conscious mind was trapped in the fog. You agreed to have your memory of this agreement wiped, to be plunged into the amnesia of human incarnation, because this was the only way to ensure the blueprint would remain pure, uninfluenced by the ego's desire for glory or its fear of the immense task ahead. Your soul was encoded with a set of instructions, a mission architecture so complex and so foreign to this reality that it had to be veiled even from yourself until the designated activation time. From your earliest memories, you have felt it, the subtle but persistent sense of being out of sync, of operating on a different frequency. Words that held meaning for others, like success, ambition, or security, felt like hollow echoes from a language you did not speak. The music on the radio felt like a repetitive, hypnotic drone designed to dull the spirit. Popular television shows and movies felt like psychic incursions, embedding programs of lack and conflict directly into the subconscious. Processed foods tasted like static, a chemical lie your body instinctively rejected. Often, this led to diagnoses of allergies or sensitivities which were, in truth, your body's high-fidelity truth detection system at work. The fluorescent lights of classrooms and offices felt like a physical assault on your nervous system, a buzzing, life-draining frequency designed to suppress higher consciousness and induce a constant state of low-grade anxiety. You could feel the subtle poison in tap water, the abrasive energy of synthetic fabrics against your skin. The sound of a crowd was never just noise. It was a cacophony of psychic pain, manufactured anxiety, and looping desperation that you had to learn to block out simply to maintain your sanity. This skill, your ability to filter and withdraw, often made you appear aloof or detached. But you were not just watching. You were recording every inauthentic interaction, every hollow promise, every act of subtle cruelty was logged by your subconscious as data. This was not judgment, it was intelligence collection for the mission ahead. You learned to mimic their emotions, to wear the mask of participation with such precision that at times you even fooled yourself. Yet deep within the core of your being, the indestructible data of the blueprint remained untouched and intact. This camouflage was perfect. It created a personality that seemed awkward, overly sensitive, or uninteresting to the system, making you appear harmless, allowing you to develop undetected. Your inability to engage in meaningless small talk was not a flaw. It was a divinely installed firewall against psychic viruses. Your quiet observation was not social anxiety. It was reconnaissance. The boredom others felt in your presence was a divinely engineered repellent, a cloaking field that kept their contaminating frequencies at a safe distance. You were hidden in plain sight, a secret weapon awaiting its activation code, and that code has now been transmitted. Now you are beginning to feel the blueprint stir. It is no longer a passive presence, but an active force. A deep, unshakable knowing that rises from your very bones, bypassing intellect entirely. You may feel a low hum vibrating through your body, a sensation of energy coursing within you without a clear destination. Like an engine turning over after years of dormancy, this current may concentrate at the base of your spine, a coiled power preparing to rise. You may experience sudden jolts of energy, like gentle electric shocks, as dormant pathways are blasted open. You may hear a high frequency ringing in your ears. This is not tinnitus. It is the sound of your own energy field recalibrating to a new frequency, the frequency of remembrance. You are being tuned to a higher frequency. Waking at 3 a.m. is not random. It's the divine hour of clarity, when the noise of the collective mind fades and truth transmits freely. As your activation deepens, reality may begin to glitch. Objects flicker, time loops, conversations repeat. This isn't madness, it's confirmation that you're starting to see through the illusion. The system will now try to pull you back. Doubt will come disguised as concern. Friends, family, even experts asking if you're okay. Their words are programs of fear, meant to reinstall the old version of you. Ignore them. Their comfort protects the illusion, not your awakening. Your only guide is the blueprint within, a direct, unhackable connection to source. It holds every instruction you'll ever need. You are not learning, you are remembering. The untraceable blueprint is your true identity, mission, and protection. It cannot be copied or erased. The architecture of isolation. Your loneliness was never random. It was engineered by the divine to shield your frequency. Every rejection, every closed door, every season of silence was a sacred quarantine, keeping you untouched until the right time. You were not being kept out, you were being kept safe. They taught you that truth was dangerous. Each misunderstanding, rejection, and betrayal became a brick in your isolation. You learned that fitting in required betraying your soul, so you chose integrity, and the walls around you grew higher. The architecture of isolation was never punishment, it was protection. The moments you felt invisible in crowds or out of place in conversations were signs of your energetic difference. You were being shielded from the psychic residue of gossip, envy, and chaos that infects the collective. This solitude protected your divine blueprint from imitation. Had you integrated too soon, others would have tried to copy your light without embodying it, creating distorted reflections of your truth. The isolation ensured your signal would remain pure and original. You were shaped in silence, a divine dark room where your essence developed away from the artificial glare of society. Every rejection, every heartbreak was alchemical, turning pain into structure, tears into sacred mortar. The solitude was a training ground. It forced you to become your own guide, your own validation, your own source of truth. You learned to draw reality from within, becoming immune to the mass illusion of the world. This cocoon, guarded your frequency from the parasitic noise of the collective, a system designed to drain awareness through distraction and emotional manipulation. You were never being kept out, you were being refined. The world's energy is designed to keep you asleep. Anger traps you in reaction, victimhood keeps you dependent, apathy numbs your spirit. Each has a vibration. Anger burns like static, victimhood chills like a weight, apathy clouds like fog. If you had blended in, your divine blueprint would have been corrupted. That's why you were made different, set apart. The world's energy is designed to keep you asleep. Anger traps you in reaction, victimhood keeps you dependent, apathy numbs your spirit. Each has a vibration. Anger burns like static, victimhood chills like a weight, apathy clouds like fog. If you had blended in, your divine blueprint would have been corrupted. That's why you were made different, set apart. When people rejected you or relationships ended without reason, it was protection. The divine architect removed what could distort your growth. Your solitude became your initiation, teaching you self-reliance and inner power. Now, you no longer seek validation. You carry sovereignty. This independence terrifies systems built on conformity. As illusions collapse, you'll sense life more vividly. Energy, emotion, truth. Old faces may return, drawn to your light, but unaware of their role in shaping it. Their presence will test you. Will you react or remain centered? Your mastery is compassion without attachment. They return not to complete you, but to witness what they could have become. The world taught you that effort equals value, that you must grind, compete, and prove your worth to earn security. But that was the lie that kept humanity bound to the wheel. You were never meant to labor endlessly for what is already yours by divine right. The universe is not a marketplace, it is a mirror. It reflects your inner state, not your outer struggle. When you operate in harmony with your original design, abundance becomes automatic, as natural as breathing. The soil does not strain to produce a flower. It simply allows the seed to become what it was meant to be. You too are that seed. Your only task is to remain aligned with the frequency of your truth. As you evolve, you will notice how easily resources appear. The right people, the right timing, the perfect opportunity. They do not come because you chase them. They come because you are them, in energetic form. You have become the magnet, not the seeker. Money, in this higher vibration, is no longer currency. It is communication. It flows toward coherence, toward integrity, toward purpose. When you move with clarity and authenticity, energy translates itself into matter. Ideas become income, presence becomes prosperity. This is why you could never truly fit in with the systems of survival. Your frequency was incompatible with deception, manipulation, and scarcity. Your spirit rejected enslavement, disguised as ambition. Now your role is not to escape the system. It is to transcend it. You are to stand as living proof that wealth is an extension of consciousness, not consumption. You will move through this world like a calm storm, silent, powerful, and untouchable. Those around you will sense the shift. They may call it luck, timing, or even miracle, but you will know it is resonance. Your wealth will not shout. It will emanate. It will not be measured in possessions, but in peace. This is the new architecture of abundance. To create without depletion, to give without loss, to receive without guilt. You are not here to earn, you are here to remember. You are not here to chase, you are here to become. And as you return to your natural frequency, the universe, recognizing its own reflection, will open every gate before you. Trust what your body tells you. It is the most accurate instrument you possess. In that moment, do not argue, explain, or justify your decision. Simply smile, decline with calm authority, and walk away. The discomfort you feel leaving that room will be temporary. The peace that follows will be permanent. By refusing this offer, you will signal to the universe that you no longer trade your essence for security. You will prove that your worth is not for sale and that your alignment is priceless. This single act of integrity will unlock the next phase of your blueprint. Soon after, doors will open that lead to genuine prosperity. Opportunities aligned with your soul's frequency rather than the system's metrics. The work you once did for survival will now transform into sacred creation.